I'm going to share with you how I make a good pot of coffee. The inspiration comes from out of Louisiana, from my father-in-law, Paul Guillory. I start off with whole beans. I've used Starbucks quite a bit. I found this other larger bag of Kona blend. I've also used Pete's coffee. I next grind the beans, coarsest blend that I can. I have a stainless steel coffee pot which supposedly makes about 36 cups. I put in water up to right about here so I see it in the spout. This coffee grinder has settings for 4 to 18 cups of coffee. I run the grinder twice on 18 and then add another 4 to 8 after that. And then I pour in all the coffee grounds on top, close the lid, and then set the burner on something fairly low. I never want the coffee to boil. I always want to keep it below 200 degrees. Most of the time it's somewhere between 160 and 180. When I first make that pot of coffee, I normally don't get to drink it that first day. It'll be the next day whenever I finally get around to drinking it. By then the coffee grounds have all settled from the top and gone to the bottom. I heat it up again, leaving the coffee grounds in the pot. This pot of coffee may serve me for a week or more. That's right. I don't drink that whole pot of coffee in a day. It might take 7 days, 8, 9, 10 days to drink that pot of coffee. But that's how the oils and the grounds and the seasoning of that pot established. And you do that for about a year's time. Every week make a new pot of coffee, every 10 days make a new pot of coffee. And slowly but surely that pot starts to get its own seasoning. One thing you need to know, you never wash the coffee pot. When you're done with your pot of coffee after a week, just pour everything out and then just rinse out lightly with water, just enough to get most of the grounds out. Do not scrub the inside of the pot. Do not wash it with soap. Do not use hot water. Cold water is just fine. In fact, you never wash the pot again. That's just the way it is. With that, the pot starts to receive its own seasoning of all these coffees, all these oils, and it gets extremely good. I have to say, I've been doing this for about a year now, maybe a little longer, and just in the last week or two, you can't believe the bloom of coffee that comes out of that pot now. It is fantastic. So it just takes a while to do it. Now I'll show you the inside of my coffee pot. Even though it's hot, I'll try to get you down in there so you can kind of see what it looks like. I hope you can make your own coffee doing the old-fashioned way. It'll taste a lot better, I promise you. Just give it time and don't get upset that the inside of your pot is starting to look like a sludge pit. That's how you get good coffee.